Nigeria. So do you see the Yoruba name to have the fullness of it sweeping up Togo and Benin Republic? Because those are our lands too. So just your look to the future and what do you see in that regard?
Well, if I don't believe in it, I will not be in it. So I have a strong belief in it, and that is why I'm in it. You live, you live here, I guess, if I'm right. So that means you were here when millions of Brits were campaigning to exit of a union that was not working for them, which is the European Union. I'm sure anyone that must have been thinking as at that time that they were campaigning before it led to the Italy that you were traveling this time last year. There are some changes, and if you don't abide by those changes, you might end up finding yourself in a pot of soup. So those campaigns started with for and against. We have people that believe, just as we are doing right now, whether they should keep one Nigeria and, to be able to control our economy, to be able to control our waterways, to be able to have a passport that is not being disrespected. I'm not sure whether you are aware, if you go to the passport index, the passport of Nigeria is worse now, the Burundi and Republic of Congo. Those two countries.
You know what even upsets me? We get embarrassed even in African nations.
Well, I mean, like I said, Burundi and Republic of Congo has much value, the passport of, than you holding that green. There's nothing in it. I'm very comfortable in my location. I've been out of Nigeria for a very long time, and I can only say, I feel more upset, like I said, the same way I went back in 2015 and the same way I went back at the beginning of this year.
All right, Koiki. So, Koiki, uniquely, this platform, it has a span right across all of the geographical spaces of Nigeria. So, a lot of them are obviously, when I told them you were coming, all excited. So, actualize your Yoruba nation. Are you aware that such action will constitute an act of terror?
Well, what law is it? What law is it? On what law? On what law is it putting that as terrorism? Could you ask the same to tell, like you're operating in Nigeria, right here in United Kingdom? So if you're saying, that you're aware that that would constitute an act of terror, what does it understand by terrorism? What does the person understand by terrorism? We have a country like Nigeria where bandits that is being moved around.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's back. So Koiki.
So let me just finish answering that. So whatever that person was saying, I think again these are the kind of mindset that has been ignite into the minds of millions of Nigerians. That some of your utterances will constitute terrorism. Well, how does that constitute terrorism? So I don't know.
I think it's a closed session. Just to have please mute yourself. I was going to just have you go through the set of us, and we must necessarily say that so Jafar, the chap from Kano that I was saying to you, that I was trying to sort of locate that space with you. And we are really
Yoruba, even though we might not necessarily agree on all your position, which is okay in a democracy. People are allowed to disagree. And on this platform, we try to do that. We try to disagree, but without being disagreeable. If you understand what I mean. We usually do not insult each other here because
big boy, just go. I'm sure okay, can handle it. I want to go outside. You can handle
no, I'm not.
you can.
I will not go on this. I don't usually.
Yeah.
I don't question people's personal.
Okay.
So just asking, coming back to the issue down the Nigerian diplomatic mission. It's Geneva Convention law. That is stating at best as we can be. So I'm not saying you actually bend it down because that would not be factually accurate, but just the intention given by Nigerian Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013. It is incitement, it's an act of terror. That's the law. You ask for the law. I'm just giving you based on the Nigerian that you said is not within the confines of the Nigerian law.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Jafar, let quickly. I want to put a question to you relating to what he said, and then I want to sample in radio. So, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of interference.
I think there's a connection problem somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's a connection from my side because
no, I think
the weather is not really playing on our side here, so it's having an impact on the broadcast as well from my end. So I think it's from my end. It's a bit windy outside.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I listened to the. I think is it Jafar? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure anywhere I did. I don't think at any point I did said anything more than saying that is based on your own view from Nigeria. If you're talking about the Geneva Convention, I'll probably wait for the British government to come after me. Then we'll sort that out when I get to the court with them.
All right, thank you, Ajan. Thank you, Koiki. Koiki, you are from Kano. How is Koiki narrative playing out in the north? What's the sense of it? How is the Igbo narrative? How's that playing out in your neck of the?
Okay, so my intervention to this question will be on twofold. So I always try to separate the people that benefit from the system we have Nigeria today, regardless of their region of origin, definitely not be welcoming to his position. That's a fact. But the idea of self-actualization, people moving towards different nations, like I said here, it might not be very mainstream, but it is gaining momentum. People are receptive of that message now because I personally, and I have always made my views on this platform. I don't have any problem with anybody that thinks the nation doesn't work for him. People think if they want to opt out of the federation, that's fine with me. Not for anybody to be part of something they don't want to be, because doing it itself is a genesis of future problems. That you know my position as far as. So my question back to Koiki is that is a way for you to achieve this legally. For example, the coalition of Northern groups is for the past 4 months trying to with the prayer to the God that the not its constitution and make a room for referendum that whosoever which direction could do so peacefully. A couple of weeks ago, think from this system. Your group would not be fair if your group in court, so that this thing should without people losing their life.
Well, yeah, thanks very much. I think it has always been a peaceful conversation, and I don't think at any point any Yorubas have come out to be violent. Even though I believe that it will end up as anarchy and it might end up in violence because we have the individuals that believe that every one of us must be told what to do. The peaceful way is what has been put out continuously. That constitution needs to be taken down. And as at 16th of December last year, Ninas proclaimed constitutional force majeure. And what does that mean? A constitutional force majeure is to say, since 1999, because the view of so many people is, we do not want, because we don't like APC. That is why we are out, so that PDP can come back. I care less about whether it's PDP or APC. So in that, so in terms of
in the UK at the moment, and that's it. The system somewhat.
So in terms of the,
but we're addressing what.
So in terms of, can this be done peacefully?
Why not follow the?
Yeah, I mean, it can be done peacefully if everybody understand that, in a union that started in 1960, it has literally changed from what we have been told in 2021. And what do I mean by that? I visited Lancaster House, even though I was not allowed to go in, but at least I was outside to see the feelings and understand, what was the conversation in 1957, 1958, during when, we were preparing, for the 1959 election that we have now been told was marginalized to support the Northerners by the British government. So that means there has been a flaw even prior to 1960.
And then give him the room to make are you back with us?
Yeah, it seems that there's a lot of problem with my network today.
Yes.
I'm not too sure. Let's see if we can drop it down to the one at the bottom. Maybe that will be much better. So I'm just switching over. So let's see, maybe that one will be a bit stable. So that means we've been given a wrong narratives for a very long time, and we are now kind of unbundle all these narratives, and it is these narratives that we are putting out, to our, to Nigerians, to ask the question: if there was what we called an amalgamation in 1914, and it gave room, to decide whether the union continued after 100 years, that 100 years have literally expired.
it was a Dande Koko Jafar having the system problem right that thank you. I can just kick you off if it was you, but I mean guess that. But I quick in your back.
So in terms of asking for a self-determination is not calling for war. It is just asking for our right, but because it has been kind of put together, because people that put that 1999 constitution know that at some point in the history of Nigeria, certain element of people might wake up and they start demanding for a better right. Not the right to be in that union, but to be outside the union. And that is why they put together a fraudulent constitution imposed on Nigerians. And if you look at that, I mean, I guess Jafar is speaking for us from the northern part of the country. So the question I should be asking you is, why are we having 19 states operating Sharia law in Nigeria? So already the northern part of the country has told us also that they're not part of Nigeria.
It's almost as though they've seceded already.
So if I'm now coming out in...
No, if you don't mind, Koiki, that's inaccurate. Not all the 19 states of northern Nigeria.
So how many of them?
I can't give you an accurate figure on the tip of my head, but not all.
Okay, so at least we have about 12. If you just say not low.
I'm not sure of that.
Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm telling you the 19. I am telling you the 19th state. You might want to come back to me on that. I am telling you, based on our own research, there's 19 states that have already succeeded out of Nigeria. So
let me ask you a direct question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Plateau State practices Sharia law. Do you think Benue State practices Sharia law, or Kogi or Kwara?
Well, they're trying to force it on. They're trying to force it on every one of us. If we continue to be part of that union.
Do you think that that's the system of law there in those states I mentioned now?
Well, like I said, those states, have been forced, to practice whatever they're practicing at the moment. So I say to you, 19 states. So 19 states.
You cannot say that those states actually practice Sharia law.
Okay, let's not get too hung up on that. I think we know that quite a few states in the north practice Sharia law, but I myself am not clear on just how many states. But thank you, Jafar. Koiki, let me take you to a different talking point and the controversy around essentially who speaks for the chief. So variously we have heard people come out to say that too many voices speaking for the chief, and his lawyer, I knew something, I can't quite recall his name almost immediately. He comes to speak often to say that his voice and his voice alone should be the voice that people listen to. So in terms of just who to listen to in terms of the chief, we know, of course, your long-standing relationship with the chief, but then we know the chief is in this post. It's
not just a long time. I'm the spokesman for Chief Sunday at the Igboho, and that's all I will tell you. I'm the spokesman. I mean, his lawyer has the right to come out and speak, but as a spokesman, I remain the spokesman for Chief Sunday Igboho.
Yeah, but I was really speaking to the distance between you temporarily at the moment, where you
what do you mean by distance?
Well, you are obviously in different continents, different.
But you're speaking to somebody. But you're speaking to somebody in Kano. But you're speaking to somebody in Kano right now. How do you communicate with Jafar?
No, he's in America actually.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, like I said, I think that is just a kind of saying that somebody lives in a different continent. I mean, I know what is happening on the ground, frequently.
No, I'll say more so that he's incarcerated, he's in custody, he's in also.
Yeah, but the message is still there's still a communication. So and other communications happen, it's not something to the public.
All right, brilliant. So just to clear that up, you remain the spokesperson for the chief, as we've always known you to be. So thank you for clearing that up. So to you personally, how are you faring? The weight of all this agitation, does it weigh on you somewhat? Do you fear for your life? Where do you get the courage from to stand so firmly?
What do you mean by fear for your life? What is life? What is the life?
You don't fear for your life. Life is living now. You know what fear for your life is.
Yeah, but if you say you're fear, you could come out of your house, or you could sleep in your house and anything happen to you. So I live
harm's way. You're putting yourself in harm's way.
Yeah, but we are putting our life in the harm's way so that we can save the next generation. Because the previous generation were just sleeping. They were not probably doing as much as what we wanted to do now. So, there's nothing to be fair of my life. My life is not as valuable, to how many millions of Nigerians as I speak to you today that does not even enjoy what I have enjoyed for the last 23 years out of the country.
Okay. Thank you, Koiki. So, Koiki, I'm going to run through as many of the questions coming to you from the comment section as we can, just for as long as we have you, because, of course, it's always an interactive session around here. So yeah, go on, Ajane.
Koiki, for the past 3 weeks now, we have been watching some show of shame by supporter of Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Gani Adams, coming out to the public with Olugbohun and other chant, costing Dara. You, as a person that knows both of them, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, Gani Adams and Dara, have you make move by contacting them, and have you done anything to reconcile both sides? Ọmọ Yorùbá ni gbogbo wa. We have to come together as one people and not be putting this show of shame.
Yeah, but the same set of people also put me into that same bracket. So I'm not sure whether you're aware of that.
So repeat what you just said.
I said I'm not sure. Maybe our father there is aware that my name was also put out as part of those in that same bracket as my sister Dara as well. So I don't know whether you're aware.
Okay, you're one of the troublemakers. Yeah.
I want about you. Yeah, I watched you in the video. You've been to Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò house.
No, I think you're mistaken. You're mistaken somebody else. It's not me.
It's not you. Oh, but I don't think you have any problem with that. Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò personally, you don't have problem. But have you made any effort to reach out to him in any way at all?
No, I've not made any effort to make any contact with him.
All right, thank you.
I would like to advise you to reach out to him if it is possible. If you have his, I believe you should have his contact address and phone number. Reach out to him. As one of our fathers in Yoruba land, reach out to him and hear from his side, and see what you can do to reconcile this situation. We don't like it. We don't like it. You are doing a good job on their own side too. They are doing a good job. We should put those jobs together and work for a common cause. So please, I'm advising you to reach out to him if possible, please.
All right. Thank you, Ajalekoko. Jafar, I'm going to reduce the room to narrow it again.
One last, before I go, can I put one last question to gentleman, please?
Yeah, Koiki, yes, go on.
So, Mr. Koiki, do you believe that the Yoruba people, the Yorubas, are a marginalized people in Nigeria?
Every ethnic groups have been marginalized, just like the Yorubas have been marginalized, and those marginalization has also been done by some few corrupt Yorubas that have worked in line with those other ethnic groups to subject us into being marginalized.
Do you want to follow on from that, Jafar? Because I don't think you... Yeah, did you want to go on?
Oh, it's okay. I got the answer. So every ethnic group has been marginalized. So I just want to balkanize Nigeria based on marginalization in that case.
That's right.
All right. So that's the greater point. So thank you, Jafar. Jafar, I'm going to send you back to the back room. I just wanted you to ask him, and somebody asked him what the health condition of the chief is. I think you've already addressed that. So this person now, this is Abdul Momoni Adana. He is based in Saudi Arabia. It says, has Koiki paid Chief Igboho a visit in prison since his incarceration in that tiny country? So I'm not quite sure.
Well, I've not paid him a visit in the in his held as a prisoner of a political prisoner in Benin Republic, but I'm in touch with him on a daily basis.
What are the under what conditions is he? Is he being treated nicely? Is he comfortable where he is? Is he in a? I hope they are not going to him in a cell or anything.
Well, I mean.